Oh man. That's hilarious. And woodwinds, again, high level samples only. Um Boutique synths, effects, light perk, unique perk, surprising, unique, diverse, ethnic perk choices are a bigger part of this sound in recent years. Electronic and acoustic drum kits, a well-recorded live instrument can elevate mixes quite a bit sometimes. All right, so to get a sense of the world we are aiming, honestly, like the majority of this brief could just be cut down with some reference tracks, and then we can just get straight to the point. To get a sense of the world we're aiming at, please explore the reference list. Oh, no, they have a reference list of some recent tracks that have been getting placed by our hidden camera show clients, no sound alikes. It doesn't link to anything, though. Unless I'm... Oh, well, if this was a screenshot, I think this was a screenshot, so it wouldn't link. So, see if that link is clickable, Frimes, they might have sent you some reference here in this little thing. The use of actual instruments that people like the sound of has been done to death. Avoid strings, horns, drums, anything recorded, anything that honestly uses an instrument. Try to avoid. String-based dramatic hip-hop. This week we're looking for tabloid. It's the way they phrase this that makes things confusing. Tabloid hip-hop with dramatic strings. This is the first time I've ever heard tabloid hip hop. So I would probably be confused at first. Suitable for stories about celebrities in trouble or other salacious bad behavior reality programming. These tracks should have solid hip hop trap. Yeah, so this is just like typical tension hip hop, cinematic. Well, maybe not cinematic, but like, yeah, I guess you can call it cinematic hip hop. Hip hop with strings, dramatic strings. Usually I probably see like hip hop tension or tension hip hop the most used for stuff like this. So this would be a little less light than like the previous. So this would just be straight, just drama. This is drama, dark, minor chords all the way. Not too playful. Things have gotten real. So let's see. Each track should be mid-tempo or slow mid-tempo with a steady head nodding momentum. We encourage all composers to be familiar with trap and hip-hop production, make rhythm section choices, both writing based on this. While strings are the mainstay of the harmonic content for these tracks, other orchestral instrumentation can also be useful, especially when scaling up the drama arrangement. Use piano and synths to support the orchestral instrumentation and to make for a compelling no-strings version of these pieces. Gritty synths can also be useful in scaling up dramas. So what this is basically saying is hip-hop trap drums, the meat of the melodic stuff is going to be strings. So you're going to be more heavy on the strings, and then your synths will just complement what the strings are doing, but the strings are pretty much holding everything down. You're just throwing in maybe a pad, maybe a synth lead or something in there to have a version you can create without the strings, but you still have some type of melodic, stuff going on with the synths, just to be able to say, hey, here's a version without strings. So that's how I would interpret that. That is very long, but basically comedic hip hop, quirky hip hop, and then just tension hip hop with strings, or cinematic orchestral hip hop. Let's say that orchestral hip hop. I think that will sum that up a little bit cleaner. So shout out to Frime. Shout out to you for getting the deal in the briefs from the publishers. I don't know what a boutique synth is, honestly. TMZ, yeah. National Enquirer hip hop. Yes, I've gotten quite a. There was like one specific track that went crazy with TMZ, where they were using it for like a bunch of episodes of stuff, and it was from an orchestral hip hop album. It was and I did that a minute ago too. I think it was like 2019. It was pre-COVID. I know that. So yeah. But yeah, shout out to everybody, man, with the wins in the community this week. Super dope. I love to see it. So hit me with y'all's questions, man. I'm gonna open up the line if Sync Producer Hub members want to come up on video or audio and ask your question. If not, it's all good. You can just type it in the chat and I'll still answer that joint. Seems like they went crazy with the chat GPT description in this brief. I know, right? But yeah. Yeah, I think I don't know, maybe there was just like it's better to have more information and then you guys kind of pick what resonates so that you understand what we're looking for. So I'm cool with it, especially as long as it comes with like some reference tracks. Then I can hear it, because honestly, if you send me like an audio representation of what you're trying to describe, like I'll understand that a lot quicker than trying to figure out what you mean by tabloid hip hop or like what was the other one? Hit like hidden camera appropriate offerings, like, you know what I mean? Like that's, yeah. So B-Rad Tunes and Stuff has a question. It says, just got some 1 minute tracks grabbed by a Vegas sports station for bumper cues by reaching out directly. How would I know what to charge for this kind of thing? They only do royalty free cues. So I would do I guess I would do like a direct blanket license. As far as what you should charge for that, I don't know, because it's a sports station. So is it TV? Is it just it's only in Vegas? Because like the territory determines price. Is this something that's aired like only in like Vegas locally, or is it a station based in Vegas but then they're broadcasting all over nationally, internationally? So that's something I would consider. What else? And then I would hit up ChatGPT and ask what like some of the averages are for the tracks that you have, and to do like a blanket license based on whatever the terms that they're trying to get. How long are they going to use these for? Like, you know what I mean? So the term, which is how long they're going to use them, the type of media or medium that they're using it for. Is it just radio? Okay, so it's radio. It's not TV. And then how many tracks? Yeah, and then how long they're using them. But I would yeah, and then I would plug that into ChatGPT and go from there. I'm not sure. I would, man, honestly, Joe, I would probably ask like I don't know, like a publisher or attorney, because it's like a radio station and they're looking for royalty free music, but I don't know. Like, I know royalties or radio stations usually have to pay. Um, they have to pay to use music to the PROs, but I'm not too sure on how all of that works, or if I don't know. I don't know the details of like how that all works in terms of royalty free music on radio.